Okay, let's get through one question. Okay, the biggest impact. I do think there's been so many small and large steps forward, so many wins along the way, but the greatest impact the planning table has had is the strength of partnerships and the connections made.
So for me, one of the things about that makes it so wonderful to be part of the Children and Youth Planning Table is the opportunity that it provides for us to really connect and collaborate and work together to improve the lives of children and youth in our community. And it's something that is very unique, both in its structure and its ongoing commitment to build consensus and to really work in a way that will create collective impact in our community.
What I'm really starting to see is I'm starting to see a real change in understanding how the decisions and the policies around children and youth are actually being felt by those children and youth and their families.
To really increase the awareness around children and youth well-being, that sense of belonging, and to bring like-minded organizations together to really focus on that intent of increasing well-being and belonging for children and youth.
Just having a space where a range of sectors from childcare to mental health to public health, social services, at least a space where they can all come together and meet, network, and provide a space for some honest conversation.
It's really helped us to solidify our sense of collaboration and to have a strong sense of direction for where we want to go with that sense, with collaboration. When I first started, I thought, oh, these are really lofty goals, but I doubt it's really going to go very far. And look at how far CYPT went. Like, together we all worked so hard, guided by the backbone of CYPT, but we worked so hard to make a really meaningful collaboration in our community.
I think the fact that every step has been movement in that direction of all of our work is important, and how do we join our work together to have more impact and make sure we're reaching everyone. So each step of the way has built that trust.
Well, there's so many things, but I think one thing that I have found really foundational as a CYPT member and as a co-chair and committee member are the 6 shared goals and the shared foundations of practice.
Expanding the table from 0 to 6 to pre-birth to 18-ish.
Probably the Youth Impact Survey.
I think about the Family Compass program.
I think the biggest impact that the CYPT has been or has had is hiring the youth connectors. How we've been able to bring light to youth voices and make sure that they're heard and shared and give them more opportunities in the community.
There is no way that the goal of Smart Waterloo Region can happen without support of CYPT.
We now have the capacity to show up in the way that the community needs us to.
Because of the actions in Waterloo Region and the collaboration with our community, it has now spread to other communities, and that's great news for the vibrancy and the fulfillment of dreams by young people.
I think the work of the table has really elevated the importance of children and youth in our community, as well as the people who work with children and youth.
The collective attempt to gather data that has huge impact on how we could improve or make better collective efforts in making things, children and youth in Waterloo Region, better.
It has raised the awareness of the importance of children and youth, to have a sense of belonging, to be valued and heard and included, to be taken care of.
One of the greatest impacts, I think, has been bringing children and youth, as well as adults together for joint conversations, where we can hear directly from youth about their challenges, their needs, and get not just their input, but their collective wisdom in developing solutions to make this community the best community in Canada for children and youth.